In this video, we will discuss controlling output. By default, each data step contains an automatic output statement at the end of each iteration. This automatic output statement tells us to write observations to the dataset or datasets that are created. And so you can explicitly use an output statement to do the following. For example, so you can write one observation in the original dataset to multiple observations in a new dataset. Or you can write to multiple datasets in a single data step. The syntax is like that one, so you just say output and followed by the name of the dataset. Well, so look at this first example. So we have a data like this one. We have 4 observations and 4 variables. Yeah, so they're ID, gender, x1, and x2. So here we just want to create a new dataset. The name of the new dataset is ex1 new. From the original dataset, right? So we want x equal to x1 and then output. So then SAS will write the current value to this new dataset. So then we let x equal to x2 output. Yeah, so then SAS will write another row to the new dataset. So the consequence is, of course, so here we only say output and we didn't specify the name of the dataset, right? Because so here, the name of the dataset is here. So there's only one dataset to write. Yeah, so then we do not need to specify the name of the dataset. So if you run this piece of code, the consequence is originally we have only 4 observations. Yeah, but each of the observation will, corresponds to 2 observations in the new dataset, right? So in the resulting dataset, we will have 8 observations. Yeah, so let me run this part and also show the contents of the new dataset. You can see, so we have 10, right? See, the value of x, yeah, just will be the first one. C will be the 10, so will be the value of x1, right? So then will be 20, so this is the value of the x2. Yeah, so then the next one, so we have 30, so then we have 40. Okay, so what's this? So this just more like proc transpose, so what we did before, right? Yeah, in fact, so with this multiple output, so we can produce the same result as proc transpose. So this one just want to demonstrate we write multiple dataset together, right? See, this is the dataset, so we have male and we have females. And now we want to create 2 datasets, so one for male, one for female. So then data after that, so then I just write 2 name of the dataset. So SAS will be able to write to 2 datasets simultaneously. So again, so starting from the existing data, if gender equal to F, so then output this one, right? So then output the observation to this dataset. If gender equals M, so if it is male, so then write the observations to this, a different dataset. So in the resulting output, so in this EX1F, so we will have two observations corresponding to females. And so this one, we will have 2 observations corresponding to males. Yeah, so let me run this code here. Right, yeah, so we have, see, males, those are females, okay? Of course, so you may say, how about I use a subset? That works. What I mean is, so first you create a subset containing only males, and then you create another subset containing females. So definitely that works. Yeah, but so this one will be much more convenient because more efficient, because you only go through the data once, right? And so then you produce two data set. If you use subsetting and you need to go through your data twice, right? So go through data once to pick out all females, then go through the data another times to pick out all males. If your data set is small, well, so this approach is fine. Yeah, but if your data set is huge, so definitely this step, I mean, you just write two data together. So this is more efficient, yeah, because you only need to go through the data once. Yeah, so when I say data is large, means, for example, so you have millions of observations in your data set. Yeah, so then definitely, so this will be much more efficient. Here I just want to demonstrate more options. I think so those are options we discussed before, right? And want to refresh your memory. For example, so here we have some variables. Maybe I want to drop or maybe keep some variables, right? So in here, so then I just say drop equals gender, yeah, because when we write, I mean, after if you look at here, this part are the same as the previous one. Of course, we just change the name of the variable, right? In this M2, right? For males, I want to drop the variable gender. Yeah, so then in the resulting data set, so we should have only three variables. So ID, X1, and X2. For these females, I only want to keep two variables, right? So ID and X2. Yeah, so run this one and to see so what will happen. Right, see, because we dropped gender, and so this we only keep two. Yeah, so this just want to demonstrate the option drop and keep. For this one, just when we read the data, right? So then I drop X2. Yeah, so then basically when we read the data, essentially we only read three variables. Yeah, and what are those? I think. Yeah, so it just will be the ID, gender, and X1, right? And then we partition those into to male and females, right? Yeah, so no X2. For the last one, and we want to show automatic variable underscore. I think so. For EX1, right? See, this just explicitly define a variable n just to indicate this automatic variable. See, this will from 1 to 4. So this n just indicate which observation it is in the observation. For this one, I just want to show, so when we do this one, so how this n is. So yeah, so this just demonstrates the variable, this n we created, right? So indicate the observation in the original data. So in this X1, yeah, but not in this new data. So we run this one. You can see, so here, so this corresponds to 2 and 4 in, I mean, the second and fourth observation in the original data, but this corresponds to 1 and 3, right? So first and third observation in the original data. Yeah, so this just demonstrate the automatic variable, this underscore n.